The first Thor movie is a pretty sad attempt on the origins of the character. This film is pretty bad. It's not as terrible as The Incredible Hulk, but for an origin film, it could have been a whole lot better. You know, the purpose of a Thor film is to get the origins of Asgard. We kind of get that a little bit in this film, but then the majority of it takes place on Earth. Seriously, what the hell? Why do we even care about a powerless Thor on Earth? To me, the story just doesn't make any sense. And if you ask me, the movie entirely should have been placed on Asgard. Anyway, Chris Hemsworth does an amazing job playing the main character. And also I give credit to Tom Hiddleston playing Loki. Awesome job there. And Anthony Hopkins playing Odin. Those three really made this film shine. You have some additional people here as well, but the less said about them, the better, especially Natalie Portman's character. She had no place in this film whatsoever, and to me, she's an afterthought. Nonetheless, the action's good for the beginning of the film, but when you place Thor on Earth with no powers whatsoever, and then this film is quite a bore fest. I seriously thought that this film could have been a whole lot better. But when I saw it for the first time all those years ago, I was left bored. If you've never seen this film, check it out. But unless you're really curious, I'll probably say skip this one. I really did enjoy Loki being in this film. In the beginning, he was an innocent young man, but when he finds out that he's not really a Asgardian, then he plays the perfect villain here. Tom Hiddleston really did a phenomenal job playing the character. He really brought everything in this role, and this was by far one of the best villains in the MCU up to this point. And it's a role he gladly had represented to the fullest. It really shows the brothership between Thor and Loki, especially what happens in this film, which carries over into the Avengers. This is not the best MCU film out of the Phase 1, but it's not great either. It's probably somewhere in the middle. Okay, I'm giving this film a 6 out of 10. Reason it's such a low score is because I didn't like the story, and I certainly felt like putting Thor on Earth was a waste of time. Majority of the film is about Thor finding out who he is and who he wants to become. He wants to be a king, but he has a long way to go before that even happens. He lands on Earth, finds the person he falls in love with, and then all of it is like for naught because it was all about Thor trying to find himself worthy again. And even though it's an interesting concept on paper, to me, this film should majority be on Asgard, and it's just a missed opportunity. Like I said before, the actors I named, they did a great job here. But from the lack of execution and the lack of exploring the other realms is what's much to be desired about this film. Once again, not a bad movie, but it's pretty mediocre at the end of the day, in my opinion. And that's my review of Thor. Leave a comment section below. Let me know what you think about this film. Do you think it's pretty mediocre, or do you think it's a good MCU film back in the Phase 1? For me, this film could have been something more, but the lack of execution and also the lame way they introduced Hawkeye in this universe was a lot to be desired. This film probably could have been a lot better if it was on Asgard, like I said before, and if we had a second villain. As great as Loki was, I felt like we really needed a physical threat in this film. But anyway, it is what it is. Alright, up next is my review of The Avengers, one of the best superhero films I've ever seen. Alright, this is Slum Guy 172 saying, peace out.